University, Purdue University Sports Complex. U.S. Soccer presents the Dallas Burn and D.C. United, the U.S. Open Cup Final.
Dallas was playing in the Cotton Bowl at that time. We had a big horse breathing fire on our jerseys, you know, very much a relic of a bygone era in MLS.
What a time that was for the Dallas Burn. My memories of that night when they won the Open Cup, there's a number of them, but I do remember as a newbie in broadcasting, we had a wooden structure in the stands to call a game around a field that had a track. But for Dallas and the great names, the Jason Kreises, the Daniel Pinedos, the Wade Webbers.
There's a lot of guys that were coming in and out, foreign players. It was still the league trying to get a footing.
I was with the Seattle Sounders and I was drafted into Major League Soccer at 30. I was a 30-year-old rookie.
I think one of the things that we found consistency is relying on each other.
What I remember about that team is a really good core group of guys that, you know, you felt like they really had your back.
We had some great foreign players come in, playing with Leonel Alvarez and Alon Suter.
Tommy Sohn, Mark Santel, Jarrell Elliott, guys who'd had a career in what would become the second division, but before there was MLS, that was it.
I think the early days are, you look for each other as the league was looking to grow and expand. You counted on each other a lot.
It was a special group of guys, and I think that helped when we faced difficult times.
Hi again, everybody. I'm Kevin Wall along with Glenn Davis. Great to have you with us in Indianapolis.
Indianapolis was not, it's not the first city I think of when I think of prime candidates to host a cup final.
I like playing in a neutral location, and I think that's what the cup should be about. No advantage to either team, no home field advantage in the final.
We always looked at playing in different markets to generate interest in the game. So I don't think it was that strange. I felt like it was a kind of a welcoming effect because you got different fans who weren't able always to see Dallas play, who might have been Dallas fans, and you're creating a new market, so you're wanting to put on a good show for some new fans.
It was cold. I do remember it was very cold.
It was freezing cold, absolutely brutal cold, and I don't know why they put it, in Indianapolis at that time of year.
I thought it was a really good atmosphere. I enjoyed seeing it being played at a neutral site, and even though when we went there we were a little bit apprehensive on what it was going to be like, it ended up being a great atmosphere, even though it was cold.
3 days ago, United were defeated as MLS Cup champs. Tonight, DC looks for its second straight U.S. Open Cup in an unprecedented double-double.
It was tough because, you had DC, who was this sort of a perennial powerhouse, kind of the league favorite sort of thing, and then here we were, a league-owned team.
They were a little bit intimidating. Echeverri, Moreno, they had some guys who had pedigree.
We knew it was going to be a battle. They just came off winning the MLS Cup, so I think we also saw it as a good opportunity for them not to really be quite as prepared as they could for the Open Cup final.
I don't think you ever look at your opponent, you more or less look at yourself and say, what have we done to get here, and can we emulate that in the final?
I don't want to say we were the underdogs, but I guess we probably were.
Meanwhile, tragedy struck the Dallas Burn. The mother of Mark Dodd passed away over the weekend, killed in an automobile accident. Mark Dodd said he wanted to play.
Honestly, it was very emotional for me. It was a very special game for a lot of reasons. I mean, my mom actually passed away in a car accident a few days before. And so, for me, it was like, God, am I going to be able to play this game? I didn't even know. But it was really special because, not just to win it, but to feel my teammates really kind of lift me up at that point and everything. And it was a magical, magical night.
Temperature in the low 40s as we open up the U.S. Open Cup.
And we came out and played very well.
Long drive, fisted high by Mark Dodd. Here's Dante Washington. His drive fired wide. Hey! Mark Dodd playing his... There's a chop just wide by Jaime Moreno. Feeding Sene. Centered in front of the goal! Raul Diaz-Arce, the Salvadorian. But hold everything. They've waved it off.
It was a 0-0, pretty tense, tight game. You need luck to win championships, and I think, if my memory serves, they had a goal disallowed for offside that I don't think was offside. I remember being one of the guys raising his hand, appealing to the assistant referee, and he gave it, and perhaps that's our little break of luck that we got.
It brings back wonderful memories. I remember Dallas hit 2 posts in that game. I think Pinedo hit one of them.
Damian, long chip, in front, the opportunity, the shot hit the post! Unbelievable!
Maybe Wade Weber off the flicked-on header.
Ball knocked away by Goring. Looped in front, the header! Just wide! Cross, again the header! Ball bouncing in the box. The shot this time by Ted.
Almost won it in regulation. I remember we hit the ball off the crossbar and the post a couple times.
There were a couple of saves. I remember kind of maybe a point-blank volley.
To Candler. The shot by Candler. Blocked, rebound, another save. This time by Dodd.
Just, I reacted and went down to my left and got a hand to it. And okay, there we go. And, another low one down to the left. And so, by the time we got to penalty kicks, it was just, it was crazy. It was like, I'm just thinking to the guys, I'm like, okay, please, somebody make one here. You've got to, I'll stop one at least, but, somebody's got to make one.
Rodriguez sinks this, it's over. Jorge Rodriguez against Prestes for the win. He scores! Dallas has captured the U.S. Open Cup title. Jorge Rodriguez being mobbed by his teammates, by his fans.
It's my most prized medal in terms of things I've won. I won a couple league championships with Seattle, but that was before MLS, and that was the biggest trophy I won during my playing career.
It was just euphoria. When you've worked together and suffered together as players, throughout a whole season and preseason, and to achieve something together like that, man, it's really special. I mean, that's what sports is all about.
Everybody strives to get a trophy at the end of something, and so you always look back on those moments and cherish your teammates and your coaching staff.
I felt like we had a lot of momentum. We had a lot of success in the run to it, and I think it really allowed for the final to be ours.
It was a wonderful time for me to be involved, and I think it's a great piece of history. Now FC Dallas, then the Dallas Bird.